Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I don't know how much time I have. It's kind of a busy day, but I'll be back to. So basically, where we're at is eventually I want to add rail. Now, obviously, I'm not. We're just in the beginnings. We're in the early stages of all that. All right, so don't judge me on what I got here. So this is the engine, and of course, this is a trailer, and this is what I made. So far, this is what we have. So the engine goes pretty good. Right? Now, if you recall, in an earlier video we made this truck. And the truck, what we did is we used the user input service, which allowed us to press buttons when we sat in the seat. And that made the constraints, right? That made us be able to drive the vehicle forwards and backwards, right? So in a similar way, the train is set up exactly the same way, right? So the wheels are attached to hubs. We have our constraints, and then we just tell them a velocity, and it drives. Well, that's the train, and it drives, right? That's it. And so long as we keep it flat, we'll see. I don't know about hills and stuff. Like I say, I'm really not sure yet, but we'll have to figure something out. So. Right? That'll have to be programmed into the train while we're working on it. But essentially, that's the idea. So basically what I wanted to do is... that's right. This clones the interface. So the train drives by itself. So we could have a train that goes around and drives by itself, and it's just sort of in the background. Or we can allow players to have their own trains, right? Now, obviously, we're going to model that. I'm going to get into that further in depth, right? You know, because right now, obviously, the scale of this is not... It's small. You know, as you can see, there's the symmetry there, right? You know, it'll be a single kind of person, sort of. Hopefully, it'll scale. I guess we can check. We can check right now, actually. We'll check right now if it's going to scale. So while that's loading up, alright, so inside this truck, in the vehicle, there's a proximity prompt, and what that does is it clones an interface, and this is how we had the truck set up. Now I need this vehicle seat to be inside here. Okay, and then we need, I guess we don't need sounds really, to be honest, and we need this. So what am I doing exactly? I am essentially setting up the vehicle like we set up all of our vehicles. We build an interface. We need to clone that interface to the player, and then that interface is going to then do things when we press buttons. So in this case, we have reverse. We're going to get rid of the left and the steering. We're going to delete the steering. And then we have go and stop. So we're going to get rid of the lighting for now. We're going to get rid of the sound. We'll have to get rid of this too. I guess I'll have to go through all of it here. You know, let's just get rid of the lights too. So we have reverse, and then we have forward. All right, let's get rid of all of this, and let's get rid of all this. So drive equals is going to be script.parent. Okay, and then this is drive B. Script.parent.drive, and then we'll say local B equals script.parent.drive B. All right. So when we say go, we want to say drive dot A dot is it angular velocity? Yes, it is. Angular velocity, and we could say equals 24. Now, why is that? Well, I'm basing it on a factor of 3. Don't ask me why. It just, when I built it, it seemed like 3 is the scale for what I've built. Okay, so if you build your train, which is larger, it's going to have a different engine scale. It's hard to. It's just something I do in my head. It's not something I have. Like, you can download a torque thing that tells you blah 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 blah. But whatever. You can just do a quick estimate, right? So we have A, okay, and we have A, B, C, D, and then we have A, B, C, and D. But this is going to be B. Alright, so now let's just see if it's going to make us go fast. So the train's not moving. Oh, see that? Oh, I gotta... Now, is it... Oh, attempt nil with A. Script dot parent dot parent dot drive dot A. Goes W. Okay, so when we press W, so then it says line 12. Oh, because it's just B, not drive B. Silly me. So the rear axle wasn't going to work. Alright, so now what I've also done is I've taken the... So I build the hub where I build the wheels, okay? And then there's an axle here, right? And this is where the motors are. And then I've taken a hinge and I've attached the axle to the body with a hinge. So that way the wheels turn, but the body does not turn, right? And that's what allows the train to go around corners and stuff like that. So what I need to do now, actually, is I need to limit the, this hinge here. We need to limit the, oh yes, how far it's willing to turn. So we could say like -10 and 10, and that means it can only turn a maximum of 20 degrees. That's going to help us a lot when we're trying to turn. And then of course we'll have to change that when we we'll have to change that if we design tighter curves or whatever. Like all this stuff we'll need to test and change, right? Now, why is that? Well, at some point, because the wheels are just sitting on the track, at some point there could be a glitch and the train might derail. So we're going to have a system for that, right? If such a case, what this does is this prevents the hub from turning, right? So it's going to prevent the train from wanting to derail. All this kind of stuff helps, right? So we can't build a fixed axle, or else it's going to be really hard to make these turns, right? The train is going to be jagged and choppy, and we don't want that. So if we build a... Alright, now what's happening? Well, it says angular velocity is... Oh, you know why. 2 of those had to be positive, and 2 of those had to be negative, right? Yes. 2 of those had to be positive. I think that's correct. We should just shoot forward. That's all I'm trying to do is shoot forward. There we go. Cool. So there, so you see how the wheels are turning like that? Okay, we've derailed and now they want to turn. If we limit the rotation, it's going to help the train stay on the tracks, right? Right now, we're rotating a maximum of 20 degrees, as you saw. That might even be too much. So we might even need to dial this in to a maximum of 10 degrees. And anyways, then what that'll do is that's going to help your train at speed stay on the tracks. Alright, so now we'll test that. Then we'll test the pulling capabilities. You know, do I need to double this up? So far it looks pretty good. Looks really good, actually. So now when the vehicle stops, we want this to go to 0. And then we'll have to have like a brake, and then we can have sound, we can add a horn, we can do all that stuff. I know this is just kind of a quick video, but I was just like, I started to build the train and modeled it and stuff, and I'm like, all right, you know what, before we add the code, I just kind of want to upload a video just to show like how neat it is. The next couple of videos I upload, we'll go over this, and I'll go over all this in further detail. But essentially, it's pretty easy, right? To build the hub, to build the track. So now when I hold W, it goes forwards, and then when I stop holding W, the train stops. Oh yeah! Now we can make this a spawnable object. We can have a base for the player. It actually has some really good resistance too. This is really good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Right, and then we can connect to the train. What I need to do now is make a coupling, like we do with the trailers, and then I'll have essentially a train. Then I just need to model a little a cab for the player, and then we'll have one type of train. Haha, I like it. This is really neat. Right, and now you see how, as we're going, there's a little bit of movement on the hubs. Right, so you see how they're kind of twisting. So still maybe there's too much movement as they're coming around those corners. That's what I'm saying. It's refinement. Maybe we only want the total to be, you know, our total movement is only 5 degrees. Yeah, because our maximum angle is 5 degrees per piece. I guess that would make sense. So we could say 3 and 3. I don't want to go 2.5 and 2.5. That's too precise. If we go 3 and 3. So now why is that? Well, each section of track that I have turns by 5 degrees. 5 degrees, 5 degrees, 5 degrees. So if we allow the wheels to turn a maximum of 5 degrees, that's gonna... All I'm trying to do is try and make this train as rigid as I can without making it bind and not want to work, right? So you know, try to get the best player experience. There we go. That's smooth. Cool. Yeah, you see it's turning. It's got the exact radius. So if you start to make these curves sharper than 5 degrees, we'll then need to change the rotation on our axle so we can make the sharper turns. Alright, so that's basically that. It's just a quick train video. There will be more as we develop this. And then maybe what I'll do is this is just an intro. Yeah, this is an intro. Perfect, let's leave it at that. Intro train video. The next video, we'll build an engine from scratch. I'll build a second one. And we'll go through it, and I'll show you how easy it is, and then we will see if it's gonna work, if it can scale. So this is what we have here. It's impressive. Looks like it's still... Oh, this is an older version. Okay, this is an older version of the map. Interesting. don't want, we could use this one. So what's the... Is it this one here? Is it this one here? Just gotta paste it in and see if it's too big, if it's too small. There we go. We are getting there. As you can see, the terrain, getting there. Just have a little bit more to catch up to. And then I'm not too sure what I want for that area. But as you can see, all the terrain in here is complete. Okay, so now where would we paste this? Let's say we wanted to make a rail yard over here. You know, some of these buildings I have here aren't necessarily to scale. It's not really. A lot of it is, like I say, placeholder stuff. Okay, so that's, is that it? That's all I got? Okay. So if we look at that, oh, that's cool, actually. I think it'll do. I think it'll work. Right, because see, then the idea is that you can... I don't know how we'd be able to load... I don't think we're going to load any of this, quote-unquote, per se. I think it'll just be more of a... Yeah, that's cool. Then I could build a rail yard here. Right here, actually. Oh, that's going to work out really nice. That's not too big and it's not too small. It seems like it's... like it's an okay scale, right? And then we can turn this around... And I've got all this room to work. That's why I wanted to add the rail. Excellent. Okay, so we're not going to save that. Good. Well, that's good to know. Excellent. Well, in the next video, see, we still need to figure out how to make connections, how to make switch tracks. So there's a lot more to rail, right? And then I want to make some crossings with the road and that sort of stuff. So like we're basically going to go into and we're going to design our own Roblox rail system. So this is the introduction video to that. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you in the next up and coming videos. Bye for now.